Let's play Ragnarok, the new expansion for Titan Quest Anniversary Edition. This expansion took me completely by surprise. If anything, I thought maybe they'd be working on a sequel, Titan Quest 2 or something like that. I didn't think an expansion was coming. So now there's an Act 5, and I'm going to do a playthrough of just the expansion here. I'm going to take the Rune skill as a secondary. I already have Nature. This is the character I used to get the achievement with the single mastery playthrough. I haven't done anything with him since. I had to go back through and do Typhon again. Or I should say, I had to go back through and do Hades again so I could start Act 5 without doing a new character. So he's level 41. It looks like the intention is to start at 40. Now I like the feature where you can start at level 40 and have all your skill points and everything ready to go. Although this is something I think that should have already been in the game. Start at level 40 on Epic. I don't know why that wasn't a possibility. But anyways, I like being able to start at 40 and skip some of the content, because now with 5 acts, so now you're going to have to go through 15 acts to completely finish the game through Legendary. It's going to be really long, and I've got a lot of characters, and some of them are in Act 3 and Act 4 in Legendary, and I don't know if I even feel like finishing now because of that extra act on there. And forget about the ones that are in Epic. You know, I'm in Act 4 Epic, and now all of a sudden I've got 6 more acts to get through. So anyways, I'll play through this, I'll check out that new mastery, and give you some thoughts on some things as I go through. But one thing I don't like already is they didn't give us any extra storage. They put new items in the game, new relics, charms.
Oh, it's you!
And no new storage. It really surprises me. That's what everybody wanted. Ask 1,000 people what you want in an expansion, every one of them is going to say more storage. So I would like at least the devs to tell us why they're not giving more storage. Maybe it's harder than I would think to put it into the game. I don't know. Alright, so I was using a staff, and
It's an honor!
it was really all about the pets on that playthrough. So I had some pet items, the Razor Claw. I was even using a yellow staff most of the time for the pet buff on there. I didn't find any. It was a self-farmed run, so I didn't find anything, or even at the vendors didn't find anything good, like a green staff or something. So I just took what I could get off the ground. So Nature doesn't really have any way to buff your weapon attacks other than more intelligence if you're using a staff. Rune has that Rune Weapon attack, and I'm going to use that. It doesn't work with staffs. That's the only thing, but I'm going to go with the throwing weapons. And even though the range is kind of short on them, I'm going to give them a try. I'm sure I can get some better DPS out of them than this staff. So I'm going to go to the vendor, see if I can buy something. But right now, I want to go get my points situated. I'm going to have to... Looks like the guy's over here. Looks like I'm going to have to buy back some of my points from Nature that I didn't really need so much, but I took some things I didn't really need that much, but because I only had one mastery, I just started spending points in it.
Everything done can be undone.
Alright, I don't really need Briarward. I'm +2 to skills, so there's not as many points here as it looks. Buy all these back. That gives, I got 10 unused points. I would like a little bit more. I'll take one out of the base Plague, but Plague is a really important skill to have. And I want my hit point buff. Maybe I'll take one out of... I only have 1 point there, can't do that. Alright, I'm just going to go with that for now.
It is decided.
And let me grab runes. And runes looks like it's going to fit with just about anything. It's more of a, I'd say, a support mastery. But here's one thing. Now, in Nature, you get 640 hit points. So when you fill Rune out, that's only going to give you 640 hit points, too. So you're not going to have a very high hit point build here, but at least I have Heart of Oak for a buff. Alright, so I want this Rune Weapon. I'm going to try to at least get to the next part here. Alright, Rune Weapon. That's going to give me total damage, elemental damage, and eventually I need to get to here so I can convert my weapons damage to elemental, because I'm going to be mostly an intelligence build. And what else can I take? I need the Rune Word Feather. That'll help me equip the throwing weapons. It'll reduce my strength requirement. And I'm going to take Rune of Life because that's also going to work on the pets. And what I like is it gives you some vitality resistance, which sometimes can be hard to get. Like I always wear hallowed helms because I need the vitality resistance, but if I have an alternate source, then maybe I can use some different equipment. Although I'm probably going to keep my helm this time because I need the one to skills. I have to have 2 so I can get my 3rd wolf. And I'm going to take Thunder Strike. That's a pretty nice weapon skill from what I've seen of it. And I'm just going to put the rest of the points. I put 1 there, and I forgot to take that. Oops. All right. And I'll work toward getting the second half of that and just try to open this up. So now I have the Rune Weapon, and I have to get something it works with. And I'll have... Let me move my heal over to here. And I'll put the Thunder Strike here. Okay, so I haven't played through this yet. I played a little bit, played part of it. And I wanted to check out the mastery to have an idea what's going on. So some of this is going to be a blind playthrough. So I don't know where like all the quests are and things yet, so I'm going to be learning them as I go. Let me go back to storage here. Now, I grabbed...
Preserving everything, even grapes.
I grabbed a couple of ice shields out of my storage because I know I'm going to switch to a ranged weapon, so I'm going to want a shield, and I don't have much strength, 82, so I can't use very high-end shields. So I grabbed a couple now. This one only takes 68, so that one's easy enough. This shield here takes... Well, I need 130. It looks like I have... I'm not sure what's doing that. Oh, you know what?
Bye.
This says 26% strength requirement for all weapons. Apparently that works on shields too. See, I didn't know that. That's a whole nother story. So at least I know I can get to that other shield now.
Hello. What a great day.
Yeah, at some point I'll get there. I'll put some more points in that. But for now, I'm going to use that shield. Just for the stats on there. I mean, the 55 damage block isn't going to save me a lot of damage, but all that pierce resistance and whatnot on there, I'll get some use out of it. So now I need to go get a throwing weapon. Hopefully he's got something halfway decent. Let me check both these guys.
Finally, the market is busy again. Almost too busy. A cart nearly rammed into my stall. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. All right, so I still don't have enough strength for those, but I might put a couple more points in there. And I also have, I want Captain's Signet. All right, now I can use that. 51% reduction, because I get 25% on the ring. And there is a pretty decent looking one. Ravenous Hades Blade of Flame, so it's a double affix. Got lucky here a little bit. Although, yeah, it has some flat. I'm not going to, the percentage fire and burn isn't going to do me much good, but I got some flat, got some life leech and some flat fire. I'm just going to buy that.
Well,
Even without looking what he had
come,
first.
friend,
But...
and look at the best goods in the greatest trade city of Greece. Farewell.
So at some point I might try dual wielding them. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, that range is really short. I think I can work with it though. So when you put plague on things, that's such a good debuff that you can, even a caster can kind of tank a little bit.
Imported from the island of Zante.
Oh, look at that. I could use this shield now. I reduced it enough. All right, I'm going to put that shield in. I'll take that relic off of there later. Actually, I think I have another one. I'll have to look. That one has fire resist. I kind of like the one with the stun. All right, I'll look for it later. I'll just go with this shield for now. My resistances aren't too bad. I would like my elementals to be a little bit higher. So I'll go over my gear here. Let me just save that. I have the Hail Signet ring, but it also has the pet stuff on there, some pet buffs. So I was using that, and I need some strength to equip some items. I have Stonebinder's cuffs. I needed some strength for that. I've got a Cultist Raiment, which is a pretty nice robe. A lot of bleeding, poison, and vitality resistance. I'm using a Razor Claw, and that's for the pet buffs. Wraps of Erebus. Part of a set, but that's the only piece I have. Puppet Master's Talisman. I got this from a vendor. It helps the pets. 200 health, 10% total speed. And there's the Stonebinders again. And I put things to like help survivability on everything. So that one has the Ujat of Horus, which gives armor, armor protection, pierce resistance. And I have the same thing on my helm. And I put the Ankh of Isis here for the hit points. What do I have here? Dionysus White's wineskin, physical resistance and hit points. Alright, so that's my setup.
Try some of my dried grapes.
And I think I'm good to go as soon as I get some pets out here. Oh, where's my buff? There we go. Start putting that on. And I need to set them all to aggressive. I wish there was a way of doing them all at once. Alright, now let's go do some talking. I know there's some quests here.
Greetings, citizen. As you know, we aristocrats are always happy to... As I said, we...
You know, I'm not going to go through and listen to all of them, even though I'm new to this. I'll just look at my quest log for when I need to see what I have to do. I know there's a couple more people around here. Here we go. Leonidas.
Young warrior, it is good to see you again. I see my trust in you was warranted.
Well, it doesn't look like...
I am in no rush to see.
I don't think he actually had a quest. I would have got some kind of an update there. Alright, so right now, Festivities. I think I just have to visit some of the other people. I think it was... There is Phaedrus. Phaedrus is here.
Hail here. We Prometheans will stay watchful in this uncertain time.
Alright, I finished
From what I hear,
Festivities.
some of
say
Poseidon's
Festivus.
former subjects are trying to take advantage of their newfound.
Alright, now, I think I'm done in here. I can go out. Let's see how the pets do. I like that skill. I gotta get it some more points in it, though, that Thunder Strike.
Ariston says what? Well,
What?
let's go ahead.
What? Oh, I don't even have on my important buff yet, my Heart of Oak. Don't forget that. Need all the hit points I can get. Little cooldown reduction helps too. I mean, even though the cooldown's not that long on Plague, it doesn't always spread the way you want it to, so the more you can cast it, the better to try to spread it. Alright, so far so good. My DPS is 319, which isn't great, but with the staff it was under 200. Actually, it's going down some. That must charge up some. But it'll do better when I get to where I can convert it to elemental. And as long as I have Plague on there, I don't think I'm going to be in too much danger if they start hitting me. I noticed when I was coming through Hades that they made some changes to monster rares. They now are completely in green like they used to be in Immortal Throne, instead of just having the green affix. You know, for a while they were all yellow, or actually kind of a yellowish color. And then they added the green affix, so you know there was a rare. And now they're completely green again. If you look through your stash, if you see some of your items, I looked at my vault And I know, like, Gorgon cuffs, not stone binders, but the plain Gorgon cuffs were green if they had a rare affix. Gotta give them a heal. I almost feel like I'm a melee character because the range is so small on these things, on these throwing weapons. I'd like to get to the energy armor at some point, but the thing is, I probably won't even get that whole tree open because I don't know, I only expect to gain maybe 5 or 6 levels just through this expansion. But there's some pretty nice looking skills on there. Actually, I'm fairly close to a level up now. I can finish up on that Thunder Strike. Now, I really don't care to see more crabs. They can be a problem for certain attacks, throwing knives and ice shards. They go right over the top. I don't know how the throwing axes work, or how well they work. Okay, I think I have this whole area. Well, the wolves are doing pretty good so far. They haven't really gotten to anything really strong yet, though. Those turtles are still pretty tough. Yeah, some more crabs. I guess the throwing axes hit them okay. I was trying to get the plague to spread. Sometimes if you can circle them, get them all gathered together and run them in a circle, you can get it to spread a little better. But it doesn't do you any good if it doesn't spread. Oh, you know what? Oh, I meant to put a relic on here. I'm going to have to do that when I get back. Actually, let's do that right now. That's kind of important. I'll bet I can get a lot more damage out of this. That's if I can get in my thing here. I know I have a lot of things in my storage.
The best storage for our hero.
Alright, so I'd be better off if I put something with like some attack speed or some elemental damage or something like that on there. So I have this one with some cold. That has a lot of damage types. Bleeding, cold, vitality, wow. And I get some burn with attack speed. That might not be bad because I also get the 13% to fire and burn, so that's also going to increase that flat burn. I'm going to go with that one. So I'm at 196 DPS, 242. That's not bad. So it looks like there's a new place to farm turtle shells. That's nice too.
Bye.
cast that. Just want to get the buffs up. Alright, let's go back. Now that I have a little better damage. I know these guys here can drop some monster infrequents. I already seen one of their spears. Something, deep sea trident or something like that. But I guess right now the affixes are messed up. On the expansion monster infrequents, they don't have the proper, I think it's the fixed stats actually that are the problem. They're supposed to have some fixed stats and then a possibility of affixes, and I don't think they have the right fixed stats. I will take a look if I find something. Alright, what's your problem?
Kirtles! They've brought a monster! In the harbor! Yes!
Okay, there he is. I guess I can't attack him yet. Let me see if I can get down there, 'cause I can't really hit him from there. Well, I'm assuming that's a whole bunch of poison damage there. I don't know what that other attack is, but it looks like it stunned me a little bit. There we go, now level up. And he's not going down very quick, but of course my pets can't reach him, so that's part of the problem. And now I'm distracted by all this other crap. There he goes again. You can't hardly even see these other things. Kind of transparent. Oh, looks like I lost a dog. Alright, that wasn't that bad. Just took some time. And wreckage. Ah, a lot of stuff in there. I guess I gotta do a turn in. Something over there. Crabs. I think that guy's gone. I thought he was over here. I'm probably gonna have to go back to the city. Kill these stragglers. I'll spend my points when I get there. Alright, good enough. Let's port back. Try to port back. Alright, that I think was the guy back here by the tent, yeah.
Those Tritons brought a sea monster? Astonishing. In the name of the city of Corinth, we thank you, hero. Truly, the tales about you are not exaggerated. Though it troubles me that they would attack us now, when all that madness should be over. If the gods really have abandoned us, It seems we humans are not the only ones to be left to our own devices. We will have to stay vigilant, but for now at least.
Alright, now this guy.
It is easy for him to talk about the destroyed harbor. Ariston isn't interested in ships except when he goes on pleasure cruises. But I could do without yet another obstacle to consume my trade revenues, as if Sciron is not the first notorious criminal.
Alright, let's do some points. I want to get Unleash, but it looks like I need 5 more points, so it's going to take another level to get there. And I think I'm okay on supplies.
It must be you. At last I have found you. I have abandoned my people in their darkest.
Alright, let me see what I have to do here. Main quest, find the boat. And, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to go get the bandit leader.
Got you. Fresh meat.
Alright, dogs, don't get too far ahead of me.
Fresh meat.
So I would assume that there's some epic and legendary throwing weapons at some point that'll come out in the game. Yeah, throwing's not bad actually. I mean, once you get used to the range and know where you gotta be. I didn't spread my plague at all that time. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it to spread more by getting them to chase me around, and so it brings everything in the range. Although if you kill the one that had the plague on it, they can't spread it that way either. Alright, one of my buffs came off. So I don't know where anything is out here. These things don't seem to be like any stronger than the previous acts, if anything. I would say they're not even as strong as Act 4 stuff. But maybe they just want to ease you into it in the beginning. weapon, sell that. I was already over there. Now, before I go in there, alright, I don't think I really missed anything. Another green weapon. Centaurs. Another cave. Let me kill these centaurs first. Oh, still got the battle standard. Yeah, I really could use some entrapment resistance. Really surprised I'm not hardly taking any damage considering I'm wearing caster armor and I'm getting hit. Nothing here.
For Sciron!
Yeah, I can't hit those guys up there.
For Sciron! Got him.
Hey, there's something that looks like a monster infrequent. Take a look at that if I can get away from these archers. Alright, dogs, you're getting too far ahead. Alright, call them over. Those guys might be coming down here, though. Alright, maybe I'm safe for a minute. Let me see. Scaronian helmet. 1 to all skills and rogue. Pierce resistance. That's interesting. Yeah, let's hang on to that. some Act 4 relic shards drop in here. Of course, typically they're going to drop at any act after the initial place they come. Check my buffs. I think that lasts 10 minutes.
I heard something.
Turn my pet against me. Kind of surprised that a trash mob does that.
Customer! Come on, boys! I heard something.
So, I'm not sure what effect that thing had. It looked kind of like the reflect skill that Dragonian mages use, but it didn't appear to be reflecting at all. So, I'm not sure what it was.
Fresh meat! Any news? Sciron!
Oh, Sciron. I'm pronouncing it Sky.
Come on, boys!
I don't think any of those knives hit or any of those axes hit from my thunder strike that time. Oh, brother. I can't get them. A bow might reach, I'm not sure, but the axes don't.
Any news? Fresh meat!
Yeah, that's definitely not reflecting damage. I don't know what that buff is.
For Sciron! Any news? Got it. Got him.
Yep, something's going on.
For Sciron!
Alright, let me get back over there where some music started, so I'm assuming that means something. Oh yeah, there's a thing there. The Bandit Lord.
Got him. Any news? I heard something. I'll split you open.
Not sure if he's going to be a big damage dealer or not, but I'm not going to just stand in front of him if I can help it. Trying to get Plague back up. Nope. I guess he can hit kind of hard. Flash powder? Looks like a different version of it, though. Hey, where are you going?
Any news?
It's kind of odd, you know, to hear the monsters, well, I guess they're bandits in this case, talking, because usually the monsters just grunt or growl or something like that. Hey, I wonder if this is his boss chest. It must be. Let's see. Yeah, nothing much there. I wonder if he's anything that's worth farming or not. Alright, so I think I just have to do the turn in. Whoops, went the wrong way. So I think I'll try to get maybe to the next rebirth fountain, and then I'll port back. That is if I'm going the right way. Do the turn in. All my pets are turned. That ain't good. Tried to heal him too, it didn't work. Oh, they were kind of a pain. That pet's taking a pounding. Get one more heal on him. Shrine of Experience. Binding of the Glade. I wonder if the armor ratings went up. Well, 56. That's actually pretty low for this point in the game. I would expect it to be higher. Oh, actually. No, maybe not. That's intelligence based, so it's not going to be too high.
Come on, boys.
Can't even see those guys in the trees. Can't see those things very good either. Thought I could go out there, I guess not. He's got an ice fire pike, it looks like, in his hand. Sure enough, ice fire pike. Not a bad spear. Keep my buffs up. And okay, dead end here. Alright, it's like a little city or something over here. See if it has a portal. Actually, I don't see anything on the map. I don't think there's a portal here. And there's, okay, that must be the boat person I'm supposed to be looking for. Is that it? Would have thought there'd be somebody else to talk to in here, but that's alright. Okay, I'm going to go do the turn-in for killing that Bandit Lord. And see if anything else popped up in here.
Sciron is dead? Sciron is dead? Finally!
That gave me a couple of scrolls. That is an old scroll. This looks like something new. Scroll of the Sun's Blessing. Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
With a weapon like this, those bandits will run in fear.
Sell a couple things. I'll save the other stuff. Maybe I'll take a look. Whoops, I was already there. That is throwing weapons again.
Come back tomorrow.
You can look, but don't touch, please.
Discus of Sciron. It's green, but it doesn't look like anything special.
May Hermes guide your way.
This looks like a good place to end the first episode. I think it ran a little long, but I'll try to keep them in normally about a half hour or so. So we'll see you next time.